Casey, and I've been at the Ocean Shores Razor Clam Festival all weekend, and I'm here with my clam digging buddy, Scott Surdyke, and we're going to go over how to clean razor clams, because Scott has been, you've been digging clams for a long time, right?
For years, yes.
And you've got this method down, so you do a little bit different than I do, but I'm going to have you give us a demo.
Okay, great. Well, first you want to line your clams up in a bowl, and you pour a little bit of, doesn't have to be boiling water, but a hot water, and generally that's to just make it a little easier to separate the membrane, the meat, from the side of the shell. And your clams tend to be alive while you're doing this, so they may not like it. But that's okay.
And these are really big, beautiful razor clams. They're just gorgeous.
Plump, really nice.
Really plump. You know, with some of these are a little bit broken, and that's okay too.
It's okay.
You know, sometimes
it all tastes good.
Sometimes that happens.
So anyway, so then you start by cutting into the clam.
Okay.
And the hot water helps to separate. You don't always have to do that, but it helps separate that membrane, makes it a little easier. And then I kind of call it kind of butterflying. You want to kind of like butterflying the shell. So
just pops out really easily.
Just kind of pops out really easily. And you want to make sure that you get, there's still good meat attached to the shell. You want to make sure that's cut.
And then I like to save the shells and put these in boiling water and then clean them out really good and save them for garnish or for arts and crafts or, you know,
arts and crafts,
clammy
definitely,
things,
yes.
clamtastic activities.
That's right. There's a lot of that down there. Okay, so the next you want to cut off the end of the neck, and it's a quick stroke, and you take your shears. You can also
discard that.
Yeah, discard that, and you just go right up the neck. Let's
see. Yeah, so you're going right up the
right
up the neck.
Right up the neck.
Kind of just butterflying that open.
And that tends to hold sand too. So what I tend to do is once you open that, you can also give it a little quick rinse. And we'll just get rid of if there's any excess.
No sand in our clams.
No sand in our clams. And then again, it's this kind of butterflying like you did with a shell. You just kind of pull back. That's your main fillet right there. And you start separating the innards from the main fillet. It kind of pops out real easily. So that's it right there. That's your main.
Gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Do you want to hand me the little rinsey bowl?
I will hand you the rinsey bowl.
I'll give it a final rinse here.
Yeah, and sometimes there's a little membrane also attached to that can come off with the hot water, and you want to, if you see that, you
pull that out.
Pull it out.
Okay.
There you go. And then with the stomach portion, you which you don't want to throw away. It's good eating, but you want to make a quick cut right at the beginning, right at the top, and then this little guy pops out, and that's kind of a little
it's
clam
funny.
Bone, clam foot, whatever it is.
It's kind of like almost like a squid quill.
It's a squid, yeah, but you want to make sure you push on the stomach and that pops out.
Pops right out.
And then also anything else that's been inside, sand or grit, just give it a gentle push, turn it on its side, and then do a quick
and then you just fillet
that, and then you just scrape it lightly so all the dark stuff and loose stuff. You don't want to over scrape it. Sometimes people will really over scrape it and then there's no meat left. You want to make sure
that out too.
Yeah.
So that is the belly portion.
It's the belly portion, and that's
tasty eating.
It's tasty eating, and a lot of people will some people will separate that and use the belly portion for the chowders and for the fritters, and then fillet the.
I have a recipe that I cut this into strips, and then that's actually this is cooked quickly, and then this is added at the end. So I usually do it in like a two-part cooking method with like ginger and garlic and lemongrass and coconut milk. So a little lighter preparation than the traditional Ritz crackers breading. We are not doing any of that.
The deep fried, the old.
But we have a great recipe that we're doing for clam fritters that are chock full of corn, and they are just loaded with clams, and it's what goes with it, the world famous.
Kathy Casey's Rock the World tartar sauce, which people will eat with spoons. If there's no fritters while they're waiting, people sit at the table and start scooping the tartar sauce.
So that's
their
great.
Plate.
Let's just we're gonna keep cleaning the clams and keep watching.
All right.
Casey and I'm demoing here some razor clams and how to clean them. So we've just drizzle a little bit of hot water on them, or you can just pull the shell apart. I like to save the shells for arts and crafts. I'm going to cut this little bit on the end here off. Then I'm going to open up this part with my scissors. There we go. And then this is the belly part, which we're going to cut off. Like that. And I like to open this up a little bit more with scissors, and then it just kind of fillets it open. I'm going to rinse that in some cold water here in a minute. Then I'm also going to open this up. Belly part, just slit it open. Has this little wiggly thing that comes out. We're going to dispose of that. Just fillet it open a little bit more. And then you just want to cut off, just kind of scrape off this innards part here. And then just lightly remove the other innards parts. So this is the belly, and this is the neck part. We're going to rinse that, and that is our razor clam meat.